Welcome back to Wise Living Tools. Today I'm reviewing Change Your Thoughts, Change Your Life, Living the Wisdom of the Tao by Dr. Wayne Dyer. In this book, Dyer deconstructs the Tao Te Ching, a classic Chinese text that many consider to be the ultimate discourse on the nature of existence. He examines each of the Tao Te Ching's 81 verses and shares its lessons and how they can be applied to everyday life. In an attempt to define the indefinable Tao, Dyer writes that the Tao is an unknowable, unseeable realm where everything originates, while at the same time the Tao is invisibly within everything. In order to live a Tao-centered lifestyle, 3 things are needed: compassion, simplicity, and humility. In this video, I'll share some of the concepts that Dyer writes about to help guide us toward a Tao-centered life. One theme is trying versus allowing. Dyer writes that we should let the world unfold without always attempting to figure it all out. He asks us to recognize the difference we feel in our bodies between trying and allowing, and to become aware of the effortless sensation when we allow life to happen. When you allow, you become content and are free to be yourself. It's important to engage our effort along with non-effort, and by fusing these opposing forces, the result is effortless action without attachment to outcome. Imagine all that you'd like to experience in life and then let go. The wisdom of the Tao says that we are all unfolding in divine order. Everything we require will be provided, so let go of demands and trust in the perfect unfolding of the Tao. Dyer suggests being more spontaneous and less rigid in daily life. Practice this by going for a walk and simply allow yourself to be carried along without a destination in mind. Another major topic is ego. Dyer writes that ego is a demanding force that's never satisfied. It constantly requires that we seek more. Living a Tao-centered life rather than an ego-centered life removes us from that rat race and offers inner peace and satisfying fulfillment. Rather than getting caught up in the quest for adoration, money, and power, let the experience of inner peace be your true gauge of accomplishment. Shift from the acquisition of information and the pursuit of status symbols to understanding and mastering yourself. You don't have to prove anything to anyone. Examine your urge to boast and be self-righteous. People who are compelled to persuade others are almost always tied to an attachment of some kind, a point of view, to be right, or to profiting in some way. Refuse to convey superiority. Be able to admit that you don't know. Dyer says we must change our thoughts and live beyond judgment. And remember, don't see yourself as bad when you fail or as holy when you succeed. Sometimes you just need to notice yourself judging without judging yourself. Dyer says that you can change your life by consciously choosing to be in a state of gratitude. We should bring happiness to life instead of expecting external events to produce joy. If we can be in a constant state of awareness of the eternal principle that animates all of life, our feelings of awe and gratitude will grow. Dyer suggests wondering about that magical something that awakens a tree in the springtime, or seeing your own divinity and recognizing your magnificence. Rather than looking for a miracle, he says, shift to seeing everything as miraculous. Spend some time with a child and notice how they see everything with a sense of wonder. It's crucial to have this feeling of awe because it helps to loosen the ego's hold on your thinking. When you live infinitely, the rewards are a sense of peaceful joy because you know that all is in order. The Tao plays no favorites. The tendency to categorize everything as good or bad, right or wrong, beautiful or ugly, are all standards of the physical world, not the Tao. For example, the sun shines equally on criminals as well as saints, and it brings winter whether you want it or not. We should always strive to maintain a sense of serenity, regardless of what's taking place around us. Dyer says that difficulties are not experienced when they're confronted. Examine whatever it is that seems so enormous that it terrifies you to start. Then shift your thinking to see what can be done today in the present moment. In the most famous line of the Tao Te Ching, it's written, "A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step." The final theme I'll cover is the concept of oneness. Dyer says that you should eliminate as many judgments of others as possible and see yourself in everyone. If you can see yourself as a creation of the Tao, you begin to feel like a member of a family of oneness. Instead, most of us live with predetermined expectations, filled with stressful attempts to please those to whom we're biologically related. Recognize that the Tao, your great mother, has no investment in the choices you make during your individual journey. It knows that who you are is perfect and free to complete yourself in whatever way you choose. Dyer says that to feel total freedom, We should produce without possessing, give without expecting, and refuse to be victimized by the expectations of others. Know that you're not in competition with anyone, so don't feel like you need to defeat another person or compare yourself on any level. We should employ the powers of others to help elevate us to our highest level. What you fight weakens you. What you cooperate with strengthens you. To help you feel a sense of oneness with others, Dyer says we should silently greet one another using the Sanskrit word namaste, meaning, I honor that place in you where we are all one. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to see more, subscribe below to Wise Living Tools. Namaste.